Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, Wednesday has been renewed for season 2 at Netflix. Why is this a surprise? It was a huge hit. But what happened in between the production of the first season and the first season becoming a mega hit on Netflix was that the company that owns the rights, MGM, was bought by Amazon. So suddenly, Amazon's enemy, Netflix, its biggest hit show, is, one of their properties. So the assumption was that they wouldn't like that and they would do something about it. And I thought they would. I thought they'd find some way to stop Netflix going forward so they could basically take the rights back and make the show themselves. And I sort of thought that would happen, but I thought that could be problematic with the production because they would have ties or loyalties to Netflix and they wouldn't go, and then they'd have to have new people brought in and it would be a different show and it'd be a huge mess. But apparently their contract was good enough that I guess Amazon couldn't do anything. I'm sure they would have wanted to. And a lot of people were like, why would anyone think anything would change between season 1 and 2? There have been companies with, different properties that have their rights to produce their shows and so forth. But, they just bought it, so I thought something would change. And it's Netflix's biggest hit. They're the competition. And also Netflix, why would they want to build up this brand, which is eventually going to go back to Amazon, because Amazon will take it back. Obviously, once Netflix's rights in this particular instance runs out, they are going to take it back. So, I was surprised. But what are the details here? I haven't read the article. To the surprise of no one, Wednesday was renewed for season 2 at Netflix. The 8-episode season of the series centered on the titular Addams family character, originally debuted in November 23. Netflix announced shortly thereafter that series set a new platform record for the most hours viewed for an English language series in its first week, with over 341 million hours. Since then, the show has grown to become the second biggest English language season of television on Netflix, with over 1.2 billion hours viewed within the first 28 days, among other streaming series records. Jenna Ortega stars as Wednesday Addams in the horror comedy series. Per the official first season description, the show blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so it doesn't say much. Nothing about the politics. So, just Alfred Goff and Miles Miller developed the series and also served as co-showrunners and executive producers. Tim Burton directed the first 4 episodes. I thought he was directing all of them. And also is an executive producer on the series. Steve Stark of Toluca Pictures and Andrew Midman of 1.21 Entertainment executive produce as well, along with Kevin somebody, Mr. Rusty or something, of the T and Charles Addams Foundation. It just goes through all the producers. So there's really nothing about that issue, but I really thought it was going to be an issue. I really thought that they were going to... Amazon was going to try and take the show back, and also thought Netflix wouldn't want to keep producing it because they're building it up just for Netflix to take it back and build on that and make a franchise out of the Addams family. So, politics-wise, I thought this was going to be an issue, but it isn't. So, yay, we get another season, but I would like to see a more serious Addams Family series or more serious Wednesday that isn't so much of a CW Nancy Drew sort of show with monsters. It's more like Monster High. It's a different universe than the actual Addams Family universe, because the Addams Family lived in our world, and that was where the comedy was, where the funny was, where it was just fascinating to see these people in our world and how we reacted to them and how they reacted to us, to create this whole sort of different universe where there's monsters and everything, and that's just normal to have werewolves and people just are aware of the fact we live with monsters. It takes away from... It's a different show. I'm glad it's successful. It's good for the brand overall, but it does sort of hurt the brand as well, because the people who are joining it are not really falling in love with the Addams Family. They're falling in love with this other sort of mutant show that's somewhere between the original and some sort of CW Monster High sort of Riverdale sort of, but with vampires and monsters sort of show. It's complicated, but apparently renewing it wasn't. So I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Like I said, I did love the series. I just felt it was not the Addams Family. And if you have any opinions of it or any thoughts of it, feel free to share them. I think some people felt the same, but they still enjoyed it. Everyone gets it's a good show. It's well produced, well written, well directed. But like a lot of franchises that have been taken over by new people, where the IPs have been bought and sold. Sometimes they don't have the best interest in heart, or they don't understand what they even have, and they make something else because they think they can have more success with the brand if they change it to something else that's more successful, or something that's more relatable, and often it's to the detriment. So we'll see what they do with the second season and where this goes long term with the IP and the rights and everything. I'm going to go. Bye.